Hey guys, it's Curry, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a modification video. I know how much you guys love these, and today I have a little bit of an experimental type of video. I've never done this type of experiment before, where we're dyeing articles of clothing that are really light and vibrant, the color black. But just the idea of it sounds very exciting. I have dyed black clothing that was kind of faded black, and that was successful, obviously. And some like colors actually turn black as well. That is more likely to work compared to dyeing something that is very light and vibrant black. So this is a little bit of an experiment that I have to share with you. I am so excited because I'm going to be going over the whole process of everything that I do, and then we're all going to see the final product of our little experiment. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys everything I used, everything I did, and then we're going to go ahead and come back and just talk about the final results. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this video is very informative. Let's go ahead and get started, and I will see you guys soon. Alright, so here is the jacket we are going to be modifying today. It is a very good quality jacket. I got it for $8 on Poshmark, which is a steal compared to how much they cost brand new on some retail store. So I thought since it was such a steal, even though it's not the color that I want right now, we could just do a quick fix with some right black liquid dye. Hopefully we can get it as dark as desired with just 2 bottles. I'm going to attempt to do this twice if I have to, but that's as far as I'll go. So we are going to be using right black liquid dye for this project, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I prep for that and the process of using this liquid dye. Let's go ahead and get started. Now we are in my restroom where we are going to actually start the dye process. So firstly, I'm going to be using a bucket for this project. You can use whatever you'd like, but I do not want to get any of this dye staining onto my sink or my bathtub. So I'm just going to be using this black bucket because it's already the color black, and if it gets stained, well, obviously it's black already, so it'll be perfectly fine. Before starting this project, you should make sure the clothing you are dyeing is freshly cleaned and dampened. I heard online from other people who have used this product before that you get the best results from pre-washing and dampening the product first. But you could do whatever you'd like. That's just from the reviews I've seen online. So that's what I'm going to do. Now that the clothing is ready to be dyed, I'm going to go ahead and set it to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and prep the mixture for the dye. Now, I do have a pair of tongs and spoons for later on in the dyeing process. We'll go ahead and go over that later. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just rinse out the container. It's already clean, but I don't know why I felt like doing that. But now I'm going to go ahead and just get my water as hot as possible. You need really hot water for this process, so I recommend using the hottest temperature of water that you can produce from your sink or wherever it is you're getting your water from for this project. The online instructions call for 3 gallons of hot water per every half a bottle of right liquid dye you're using. Unless you're trying to darken the clothing as dark as possible, you can use double the amount of right. You can use a whole bottle instead of using half, and that should maximize the color, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to be using a full cup of salt, since that's what the recipe calls for. And once everything is mixed in together, I'm going to go ahead and just stir that until it's even and ready for the jacket to be dipped in. And now that everything has been mixed evenly, we're going to go ahead and just add the jacket into the little mixture we created. Be careful when you're submerging anything into this mixture. It will splatter, and you'll have to clean that up later, which I learned the hard way. But once the jacket is in the mixture, I'm going to go ahead and just stir it every minute for the next 30 minutes of it sitting in here. And then I'll show you how it looks in the mixture after 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes of mixing this solution, this is how the product looks. It definitely dropped color, that's for sure. It's not going to be that light blue color it once was, I can already tell, but I'm going to go ahead and let this sit in here overnight. It's about like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just going to let it sit. That's just how I'm feeling. I feel like it'll grab more color if I just let it bask in here. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how this little mixture looks after sitting in here overnight. So it's the next morning, and this is how it looks. it doesn't really look like it's changed much since last night. The threads are still like that yellowish brown color. But I'm going to go ahead and rinse all this out, and I'm going to just go ahead and throw it into the washing machine. I'll show you a clip of me rinsing it out. Now, I'm rinsing it out really slowly because I don't want it to stain, but at the same time, I feel like doing this faster will prevent staining, and I could just get to cleaning it out. So I'm already cleaning it because that's how anxious it was making me. I really don't like the idea of black dye staining. Now that I got as much of the dye out of that jacket as possible and I cleaned everything up to prevent staining, I'm going to go ahead and just throw this jacket into the washing machine on the warmest temperature I can possibly get it to, just because I don't want any excess dye just sitting on there if I can get it off. And then I'm going to show you guys how that looks afterwards. But please wear gloves if you handle any sort of dye. I got my hands stained because I forgot to put my gloves on, but just learn from example, guys. Don't do this at home. So after throwing in the wash, this is how the jacket turned out. It does have a brownish sort of tinge to it. I don't know if you can see it, but I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just throw this into another dye bath one more time, and then we're going to come back and see how that looks. I'm just going to repeat the whole process, but definitely those threads are not going to grab from the dye, but I do have a quick fix for that. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and do one more of the exact same dye method that I did earlier, and I will show you how that turns out. So after the second dye bath that I did, this is the item already washed again. It definitely grabbed. It's a lot darker than even before, but now we have to color in the threads. So I'm going to go ahead and take my black Sharpie, and I'm just going to basically color the threads in like so. If you want, you can leave it alone like this, but I don't know, I just want the jacket as dark as possible. That's just how I want it. But you could even do it another color if you'd like and just give it a cool effect. But I just wanted to throw that idea out there in case you wanted to do the same. And you can also color in the little threads if you'd like to make them black as well on the distressed parts of the jacket. Okay, so I'm back, and here is the final result. Now, this isn't too practical of a method to get things black if you are aiming to get that pure black color. I'm not too crazy about how it turned out. It is much better than the way it was before compared to, I do have another denim jacket that I got for cheap. This is a vest. It is so much better than it was. I am 1,000 times more likely to wear this color than this one. So I already got that little bang for my buck on the dye. So I'm pretty satisfied with it, although it isn't as black as it could be. I kind of like that character to it. I do like a little bit of a fade on some things, certain things. But yeah, so I may try to dye it again. If I do, I will let you guys know on Instagram how that goes. But I think I will definitely use a different method than the right products. They do have fabric spray paint, but I don't know how well that works. It might be a lot more opaque black than this method was. So if I do also try that method, I will definitely be uploading the before and after on Instagram as well. But for sure, if you are somebody who really wants a completely black, like a pure black color, I wouldn't really recommend this method. But for me, it turned out pretty well. This is kind of what I was predicting it would turn out as. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it very informative. If there's something you would like to see me modify in the future that is similar to this, or if you'd like to see a certain modification done on this channel, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.